Welcome, welcome. I'm Dee, and this is a Single Mom Unguided Life where I try to navigate through finances, motherhood, being single, and everything in between. And I bring you guys along for the journey to hold me accountable. This is my 2021 planners that I will be using to help me budget and to get my life. Okay, so let's get into it. First, we're going to start with this planner. I picked this planner up in Aldi back in the summer. My intention was to give this to my son, but I ended up picking him up another planner. Therefore, I kept this one for myself and been trying to figure out what to do until a light bulb went off. So first, let me introduce this to you. I'm just do a quick flip through and talk through. So it has the divider, ruler, bookmark, and whatever you want to call it. The quick reference information. The first page that you will come to, it has the top 3 this month, your to-do list, a little dot section, a this and that section, and a monthly tracker. It has an inspirational quote, and it should be on every other page, just like I have a full size of this that I've used this year. So the layout is the same, except for this one is undated. Okay. And I love that. So, as you can see, you have to put the month. So, whatever month you decide to pick this up and use this. The goals, what you don't want to forget, and your notes. And you put in the dates based on how you're setting this up. Then you go to the weekly layout, which is 2 pages. You put the week of the month. You place in the dates in these squares, and it's enough space to put a good amount of information about your week. So how many weeks is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 weeks in here. Did I got that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. So it's 5 weeks, and then start all over with a different color scheme. So we don't have to go through all of them. Let's go to the last tab, and you have your notes, which is the only thing different. There's no other note page at the end. I think it's a filler because this goes into the notes section. And then you have your note pages. So you have your line note pages, you have your dot note pages, and you have your grid note pages. And then you have stickers in the back. Of course, the tabs for the months. Then you have stickers for, different areas like important stuff you want to write down, notes, must do. You have stickers for the holidays, for different events in your life. So this is the events. And this is the important stuff, the urgent stuff, the reminders. This is stickers that you can use for that. And then they have these small pockets in the back that you can use to stuff, little stuff in, I guess. That's a little space. This planner I am going to actually use for my side income. So I'll show you how I'll set that up when it's time. The next thing we're going to look into is this planner. This is the Dunn planner. You've seen this before because I've used this before. I've used this mostly every year to track my bills. This goes from January to December. And they did have another wording, but I chose to give that to my son based on the wording itself. I felt that it met his goals for the upcoming year. So that's why it looks familiar, because it's the same wording from last year. The only difference is that this page had illustrations. It's solid now, and this wording was this color, but now it's gray. You have your calendar view, and this is what I was prefer this calendar, like 1 page's calendar, so I can highlight when I get paid. These are the holidays, and then it's a 2-page monthly layout with a to-do section that has the month before and the month after listed, so you can count see what dates fall on what date, and so on and so forth. And the only thing that changes is the color scheme for each month. It's a very simple planner that I highly have enjoyed because it served its purpose. I needed to know when my bills are due. I was able to write and put when my bills are due. Simple as that. So at the end, you will see the calendar for the following year. It does have a note page. It's double-sided. And then it has the half sheets or the quarter sheets of the note pages. And it's 3 of them on each page. And they're double-sided as well. And I think it's about 5 pages. And it does have a small folder in the back. I will be using this for my content to know when I need to film, edit, and upload items. I need something that's handy. One other thing I picked up is really not a planner, but it's from the Happy Planner. Is this half sheet notebook that Tasha from Tasha Loves Life or Mind Your Money YouTube channel, she was discussing about how she used this to pre-plan. Now, primarily I use my notebook to pre-plan and I use sticky notes. But I have discovered that me and sticky notes are not friends. They disappear and reappear in the most awkward way. So with that being said, I chose to purchase this through the Hobby Lobby website, which it was like half off, so it's like $6.32. So I picked up 2, and because I went ahead and picked up those 2, I felt that because one reason I picked up 2 is because I write and don't like what I see, and I go ahead and throw it away, and I picked up 2 so I have enough paper, basically, until I figure out how you refill these. But this was basically used for pre-plan. Now the Holy Grail, what I actually have created this video for, is what I'm going to be using to budget. And if you're not familiar, this is the planner from the GoosbyTwins. And I came across this planner sometime last year, but I was not ready to be involved in planning that much, that I just kept on about my business. Then the name came back up again around March, and it came back up again a little bit more further, like around June. I placed this in my cart, and I just was waiting until a light bulb went off and told me it's time to purchase it, because now I know how I'm going to incorporate it. I first and foremost love the illustration, the cover. Purple, I love purple. That's my color. I love flowers. So it just brings the summer, spring to me every time I look at it. The first thing it says, this belongs, well, it has a cover and it has a seal. It's a crown and it's really good material. And I love it. And then it says, this belongs to, and definitely I fill that out. It's unneeded. That's why I chose it. Now, if you've been with me a while, especially with my budgeting, I often budget not based on the calendar month. And therefore, what happens is I have to do this. You see that? You see that? I have to create some dates above or below, because when I budget, my money is not the same as the calendar month. So it was becoming frustrating that it was that way, and I didn't really like the way it looked. So I knew at this time I want an undated planner, and I went ahead and chose theirs. So as always, it has a little note here. You can stop and read it at your own leisure. And then the tabs. This paper is awesome. I love the thickness of this paper. It's no tearing. I can pull the paper out wrong anyway. It has 4 yearly calendars. As stated in the one before, I prefer one page so I can highlight it. I'll see how my highlighter do. It may be all over this one little spot because that's how it is. But we'll see how we're going to figure out my paydays where I can see it in a yearly format. Then we have a 2-page special occasions. And of course you put birthdays and my son graduation, his move-in date. I don't see no other plans or occasions that require that. Nobody I know get married or having no children that I know of. So right at this point, that's what's going to go here. Then the first tab for the first month has an inspirational quote from the late Kobe Bryant. It's the most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. And that is something that I always want to do. I am an encourager. You say you did A, B, C, F, G, I will be your cheerleader. Because I want you to be great in any and everything. Regardless if I understand it, if it makes you smile, I want to be a part of that. Okay? So yes, so each tab will come with an inspirational quote. It's undated, so of course it comes with a 2-page monthly layout. So you put your month there. It starts with Sunday, ends with Saturday, and it has a section for goals. Just like my Ray Dunn, simple, because I'm gonna put my bills here, so I don't need to see any, fluffy stuff. So I did purchase some stickers, and I'm not 100% sure they're going to be able to fit this scheme of things, but I wanted to support, so I support it. So when it comes in, I'll show you what I received when I'm setting this up. The weekly planner is 2 pages as well. It's vertical, which I love. It starts Monday and ends on Sunday, which I love when it's time to plan my week, because I start my week, honestly, off in my life on Monday. Okay? So with that being said, the first section usually is dedicated to family. So myself and my son, it's just us and what I got to do for us. The second section deals with work, my 9 to 5, my son's schedule, because my son's schedule determines when I can do my side gig. So with that being said, I put that in this section. And then the last section is usually where I put when I'm filming, editing, and uploading, so I can see that on a weekly basis. It has 4 lines here. You can put some information in regards to what's going on for the week, little reminders, however you want to decorate it. It has something on the side as well. So it's enough information, enough space where you can customize it, but it's minimum where you don't have to think about filling everything up to make sure it looks beautiful, I guess. But to me, that's why I went with the black and white theme. I just want it simple. That's another thing that drew me to this. Make this beautiful, the cover. This here, it just need to be facts. Okay? So how many weeks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 weeks of a weekly planner. And then it gets to this monthly expenses. And this is where you can put your bills. It has a small calendar, a monthly saving charts, and a note section. I primarily will not be using this section the way it's intended because I have too many bills and it's just not going to fit here. So when I do choose to do something here, I'll let you know. Additionally, what I love is these note pages. In my previous planners, there was no note pages. And what happens is I write notes in my notebook or in the end of the planner. And then I have to remember what that actually was in regards to. So luckily I have pages after, so if I need to write any notes or anything in that current month, it's there. And so I can always reference back to it. And then it goes, like I said, that into the next month with the inspirational quote and the same layout. The only thing that I need to look into is getting tabs. I didn't purchase it with my purchase because I wasn't for sure if I was going to create some to put a little color into the tab situation, but we'll figure it out when I get to it. So we're going to go ahead and skip all the way to the back. So, because everything's the same. It's the same. So we have notes section, and the notes have several pages, which is awesome, of lined. I don't know if y'all care how many pages this is, but It's fairly a good amount. And then it has dot pages, and it's fairly a good amount of pages for dot or bullet drawing or writing. And then it has blank pages, blank canvases. And so you can do what your hearts feel. If you have trackers that you like to create, you can put them here, so on and so forth. And then lastly, it has this little page with 2 folders in it where you can stuff information. Primarily, I put my stamps in here. If I receive any checks throughout the month, I throw it in here until it clears that 45 day mark. And this is the back cover, which I have pulled out. And there we go. Back in. Flip it over. And it's out again. We'll figure it out. We'll get it together. But yes, this is my planners and my material that I will be using in 2021. So I also wanted to come on camera to thank you for your support. I received notification from YouTube that I reached 100 subscribers. So thank you for being on this journey with me. I will be announcing something shortly. And so please stick around for the next video so you will know exactly what's happening. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and do so. I would love for you to be part of my village. To all my returning subscribers, I thank you for your support. Everyone hit that thumbs up. It helps a lot, and I need the help. And please share this with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.